Hey there, party people. Dandolf here, coming back at you for another episode of Minecraft Let's Play. I believe it is episode 27. And I was just doing some chores. I wasn't planning on recording, and I discovered something really fun. So apparently, as you can see in the corner, I have the haste. And if you're on soul speed, apparently there's no limit to the insta mining, is what I found out. So you can sprint run, and look how quickly I'm destroying blocks. This is just absolutely insane. like, I'm just so entertained by this. I thought that you guys would get a kick out of it. You can even do something like this, and look how many blocks are just falling off of the ceiling. It's just absolute insanity how many blocks you can actually destroy at a single time with the haste beacon. So if you're not a fan of the haste beacons, I suggest you check it out in addition to the soul speed, because this is just insane. I'm clearing out huge chunks at incredible speeds. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey there, party people. We are back again, and I come with some bad news. So the 400 chests that I have placed here, I was apparently looking at an old spreadsheet, because as you can see, jungle fence is as far as I got. I didn't even get halfway through the alphabet. Apparently there's actually over 1100 items in the game, something like that. So I'm gonna have to figure out some other way to do this. Because what I have set up here is not going to work. So this project is going to have to go on hold, because I'm going to have to do some serious math and some serious consolidation, because making a room that is 3 times this size is just going to be way too big. I already thought 400 was pretty big. So what I'm going to try and do is narrow down everything and make it fit within this configuration. But that means I'm going to have to redo all of my signs, figure out how I want to organize things, and somehow figure out via spreadsheets and all of that how I want to organize this whole thing. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a different project. I think the next thing we want to do is go ahead and probably get some more work done on our castle. We haven't worked here in a while, and I've done some other maintenance things in the meantime. Like I cleaned out all of my chests, and I got all of that sorted out. I've done a little bit of work out front, getting things prepped. So let's take a look out here. So I wanted to get an idea of what this was going to look like. I extended all of this land out here, and I made it kind of a more even thing. But I do like how this, I think, crimson nylium or whatever this stuff is, warped nylium, is really looking. But I'm tired of looking at this castle and seeing how junky it looks. So I want to focus the next part of this episode on getting that to a much better state. And then just to keep you updated on everything else I've been doing, fixing that door is not one of them, obviously. You can see, first of all, I have 67 levels. Second of all, you can see I have a bunch more iron in my box, and I've fixed up some of my other boxes, and firework boxes are ready. You can also see that my fireworks are now duration 3. I've got my emerald box filled back up, and we are ready to rock and roll. So I will see you guys in a minute once I have made some progress on the front of the castle. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, we are back, and I hope you can't hear my cats eating in the background. I just fed them dinner, so hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. Anyways, I've done some work on the castle, and let me know what you think. I think it's looking pretty good, and I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. So I was going to start working on the ice boat race and start playing with that, but then I realized that the glaciers where I get my ice, I've completely decimated, and they're no longer really enough ice there to be able to handle what we need. So I think what I have to do next is build an ice farm. So I think that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to get a portal set up, and I will meet you guys over there with the start of an ice farm. I will see you guys in a few minutes. All right, everyone, we are over at the Ice Spikes biome, and this is where I'm going to go ahead and make my farm. There's this big flat frozen lake, and I think that's a good place to go ahead and put it because it's a nice big open area for me to work, and I won't really mess with the environment too much. So basically, my plan is this is going to be a fairly simple farm. It's just going to be big, have a lot of dispensers that I can put new water in after I farm out the ice. It's not going to be anything automatic. I just want it to be able to freeze over, and then I farm it all out, and I just want it to be large quantities, so it's probably going to be several layers tall. And I've got a bunch of stone bricks just decorated with, so it doesn't look like too shabby. But I'm going to go ahead and get that built. I think I'm just going to go ahead and build this because it won't take too long, and I will be back and show you what it looks like when it's done. See you guys in a little bit. All right, everyone, we are back and we have made some progress here. So I went ahead and built up 2 of these giant 32 by 32 ice farms here. It's working pretty well so far. This produces roughly a stack and a half of packed ice per harvest. That's all the regular ice that you get from it freezing over and then consolidating it down. So it's working pretty well so far. I also built up a small little igloo here. This will probably get a little bit more detail as I spend some more AFK time here, but I think it's looking pretty good so far. It's just a nice little bit of igloo. But I think this is going to be a good step on our path to making an ice boat road. But I actually read something on the internet today that said apparently pigs go very, very fast when they're on ice. So I want to test that out as well and maybe make pig boat racing, which would be PBR, which I'm very happy with. So I might have to go with the pig boat racing because first of all, it's ridiculous and I love it. And second of all, it's PBR. So, I mean, you kind of have to do it, right? So I think we might end up going that way. So yeah, we'll see. But I will be back once I have collected up a bunch of ice, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. Alright guys, so I just wanted to kind of give you an update of what's going on here. I decided that the huge storage room project really just wasn't going to work out. So I decided to just go back in here, start gutting this room, and we will, give it a new purpose. And that new purpose is now that the front of the castle is starting to get decorated and I'm not going to have that big open space in there anymore, I need a place to be able to test some ideas, test some designs, test some redstone, big open space where I have enough room to not worry about causing any issues. So I think that's what this room is going to be used for. So I'm going to go ahead and finish taking out these slabs, move the floor down a few blocks, and kind of make it a bigger space to be able to work in. And then that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to be able to come in here and do some testing for our next projects. So I think this is going to be a really good, really useful space, and that's what we're going to do. So I'll see you guys back in a few seconds. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse that we had, and now we have our little friend, a pig. So I'm going to go ahead and heal him up by throwing a splash potion of healing, and we're going to go ahead and jump on and see what happens here. So let's hope the internet was correct, because I don't know if I trust it, but let's see. Nope. That's about as fast as you go on a pig, and that's really unfortunate. So we're gonna have to stick to the boats. So I guess ice boat racing it is. IBR. I will see you guys back in a little bit. All right, guys. So we are over here at the gaming district, and it's time to take a look around and kind of see where we can put the ice boat racing, because we've got a lot of space here, but the problem is the ice boat racing is a long kind of thing, and maybe we can weave it in and out of these games is my first idea. But the problem I ran into with that is if I weave this ice boat in and out of all of these races or all of these games, I do have plans to make paths and that sort of thing that will come through. And that could potentially cause issues, because then we're gonna have to make the path go over or under the ice boat road, and that it's gonna be fairly decent size. I mean, we have to get some boats on there, so I don't know if that's gonna really work. I mean, it would look really, really cool, and it would kind of fill in the area a little bit, but I don't think it's really doable. What I really think we need to be doing is kind of following this river. So let me get a little bit of height and we'll show you what I'm talking about. If we come around over by the maze and follow this river, I think we can make a pretty decent sized loop without really affecting too many things. The one problem is that's going to be a pretty big project, but I think that's really going to be the best way to go, because we don't really interfere with anything. It will kind of put a border around our space here and kind of close things in a little bit, which I think will look really nice. I think that'll help a lot. And then that will still give us all the space to be able to do the paths and, the in between parts between the games. So I think that's going to be our plan. So we'll go ahead and settle down right over here next to the Infinity Barn Maze, and we'll go ahead and get started. So I'll see you guys in a minute once we get going on this. See you in a second, party people. All right, guys, so I've got a bunch of ice in my inventory. I used probably about 10 stacks getting this set up, and I wanted to kind of see how things are going to go. So let me plop this boat down real quick, hop right in, and let's take a spin. Ooh, that's fast. Oh, that's much faster than I thought it would be. Okay, so we definitely are going to have to make this a little bit wider, I think. I think definitely going to have to be wider, and maybe put a border on it. Not sure yet, but let me try this again, because it is a lot of fun, although it is very fast. But yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to make a 90-degree turn like that without some sort of a bumper or something. So let me see what I can figure out. Let me play with a few things, and I will come back to you in just a few minutes. I will see you guys in just a minute. All right, guys, so I went ahead and put a border on here to see if that was really the issue. So I used the polished granite slabs because I think they look pretty nice. It contrasts pretty well with the ice here. I think it looks pretty good. I know a lot of big people aren't big fans of the granite and all that, but I think it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and give this a spin and see what happens. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to widen this thing. I'm not doing so great here. Yeah, I think widening it will definitely help, but the border definitely makes a huge difference. So if we widen this with the border, I think that's going to be a winner. We might also eventually want to figure out a way to kind of slow ourselves down on here. Maybe put a strip down the middle that's not the packed ice so we don't go as fast or something. I'm not really sure. But let me go ahead and work on widening this path. And then once I have that done, I will get back to you and we will give this another run. See you guys in a minute. All right, guys, so as you can see, I've widened this path. I went from, I think, 6 wide up to 10 wide, so that should definitely make a difference. And I thought about it. We're definitely going to have more than one boat on here at a time, so the wider the better. So, yeah, this is so much better. You can definitely even make a lot of these turns, and I wanted to try these slimes blocks, and man, it really just did not work. Does not work the way I hoped it would. When you slam into those slime blocks, I was hoping you would just kind of bounce off and kind of ping pong like crazy, but that's really not what happened. It didn't work. And that's shocking to me because most things react to the slime. So I'm going to do this again just to make sure I didn't hit it at like the exact wrong spot real quick, because it just did not really do anything. So let me plop my boat right back down. Let me slam right into it. Nothing. Okay, well, I was hoping that would be a fun mechanic for this boat race, but really, I guess it just doesn't work the way that I'd hoped. So yeah, I think there's been some pretty good progress though, and we will keep going along this route and continue expanding this boat game. But it'll probably take a few episodes. This is taking a lot of work, and it's going to be a lot of ice. So I will keep working on this, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. All right, party people. So I think I'm just going to call it a day here at the ice farm. There's been a lot of grinding and a lot of behind the scenes things that went on in this episode. I put a lot of work into this one, and it's, just doesn't really play as much in this episode. But yeah, I've put a lot of time into it, and I really want to just get this video out. So I want to say thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't. My name's Dandolph, and I hope you have a good one. See you later, party people.